So now, for the first time since losing the election to President Trump in November, Kamala Harris appearing for a sit-down interview of sorts. Returning to the national spotlight as she pushes a new book about a failed campaign and revealing some of her plans, what she's doing and not doing now in the future. So good morning, everybody. It's a Friday. Dana is out today. She's back on Monday. I'm Bill Hemmer with my friend Aisha, riding shotgun here in New York. Hello to you again.
Thanks for being so gracious. You're so kind to me. Thank you. I'm Aisha Husney, the former vice president, keeping a pretty low profile since last November with only just a couple of minor appearances until yesterday. That is when she sat down with Stephen Colbert, and she said this about the state of politics since her loss.
Recently, I made the decision that for now, I don't want to go back in the system. I think it's broken. I believe, and I always believed, that as fragile as our democracy is, our systems would be strong enough to defend our most fundamental principles. And I think right now that they're not as strong as they need to be, and I just don't want to, for now, I don't want to go back in the system.
Senior national correspondent Rich Edson is in Washington with more on this big interview. Hi, Rich.
Hey, good morning, Aisha. Well, it turns out she's been writing. Former Vice President Kamala Harris is releasing a book next month about her short-lived presidential campaign. Harris also announced this week that she's decided against running for governor of California next year, keeping her options open for a potential 2028 presidential campaign. Stephen Colbert asked Harris who's leading the Democratic Party nationally now. She refused to give names because she says she did not want to leave anyone out.
It is a mistake for us who want to figure out how to get out and through this and get out of it to put it on the shoulders of any one person. It's really on all of our shoulders. It really is.
Harris has titled her book 107 Days and calls it a behind-the-scenes look at her experience leading the shortest presidential campaign in modern history. Yesterday, she started promoting it on social media.
Everyone thinks you've been kicking back, drinking margaritas on the beach, but really, you've been hard at work writing a book, meeting with leaders, thinking about the future of our country. Who said that?
In her discussion last night, Colbert asked about the push among Democrats in the 2024 campaign for Harris to separate from a then very unpopular President Joe Biden.
I was not going to pile on. And I just wasn't going to do that. And there was a lot of piling on at that time.
House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says he may want to hear more about Harris's observations on Biden and may subpoena her in the committee's investigation into the Biden administration and its use of the presidential auto pen. Aisha?
Rich Edson live for us in Washington. Rich, thank you.
So let's get some analysis now from Shannon Bream, Fox News Sunday anchor. How you doing, Shannon? Good morning to you on Friday. Hello. We saw and heard a few clips there. I'll get you to analyze in a moment. I think here was the one question about like what comes next, the future, the question about leadership. Watch here.
Who's leading the Democratic Party? I'm just curious.
There are lots of leaders. And
there's generally a leader of the Democratic Party. You know, like, oh, that's the leader of the Democratic Party. Who comes to mind?
I think there are a lot of, I'm not going to go through names because then I'm going to leave somebody out and then I'm going to hear about it. But let me say this. I think it is a mistake for us who want to figure out how to get out and through this and get out of it to put it on the shoulders of any one person. It's really on all of our shoulders. It really is.
Okay, Shannon, you get the first crack. Go for it.
Well, a couple of things there. I think, first of all, you don't want to name your opponents and line up the list of the people that you may be standing next to on the primary stage. You want to keep the focus on yourself. If you're going to run in 2028, you want to keep that field clear. She's doing all the 28 things. She's writing a book. She says she's going on a listening tour. She doesn't want to be running while she's out talking with people. She doesn't want it to feel transactional, as if she's asking for their vote. But why would you go tour the country and listen and talk to Americans if you're not thinking about another 28 run? The one-time time she did go through the actual primary process, it went very badly for her. So there are others who are going to challenge her, certainly, and those are the folks that she did not name on that show.
Well, it's interesting. There are plenty of folks that don't want her to run in the Democratic Party. Matt Bai had this in the Washington Post. The folly of Harris 2028. He said Harris made the right decision to skip the governor's race because she clearly was not dying to do the job. She would make the same call. She should make the same call on the presidency, even if that is the job that she wants. There are so many other potential candidates that are already out there laying the groundwork, doing the podcast, doing the interviews, going to those early states. I mean, she is really, I think, would take a huge political risk starting all over again and trying to beat all these people out when she wasn't able to do it the first time.
Yeah, you're right, Aisha. As we talked about, I mean, she had a really rough time that first go around years ago. I mean, she raised some money. She had a couple of viral moments, but she really kind of cratered and was out. And in that Washington Post piece, he also goes on to talk about the fact that there's not a lot of excitement or passion for Washington establishment insider candidates. And that's now how she's viewed. She was the vice president. She has run a couple of times now. But the real energy in the party seems to be with the far left, the Mamdanis, Omar and others, out there who are trying to pull the party to a younger place where they're really connecting over social media and more progressive ideas. And that's just not a lane that she's in.
Yeah. On that point, Joe Biden was out yesterday. He was made a speech before a group of union members, I do believe. Might have been a paid appearance, I'm not sure, but that's often the case for former presidents. Axios writes up the age problem the following way. The big age headache is becoming a migraine, and here's what it reads. Of the House Democrats who will be at least 70 years old by Election Day 2026, nearly a dozen are already facing primary challengers with months to go before the first congressional filing deadlines. I think that's a significant story to watch. And whether or not the youth movement can assert itself and actually win, Shannon.
And it's a great question. You talk about those primaries. Remember, David Hogg's big falling out with the DNC when they were so excited to have him on board and said we need these young, new progressive ideas and voices was that he was raising money that was potentially going to go to primary established incumbents within the Democratic Party who very much want to hold on to their seats. So Democrats have got to figure this out. The former vice president's probably right when she said there's not really one leader. They don't have a voice leading them. They do have these fractures. And the young people say, we're frustrated. You guys are getting nothing done. We're going to primary you. We are going to assert our positions, and we're not going to apologize for them either. And so Mamdani is kind of the leader of that whole voice, and we'll see if the folks of New York follow through with electing him formally as their mayor. And if so, it's going to be real contrast.
Shannon, there is a lot to dig into. We look forward to your show on Sunday. Who do you got?
So Kevin Hassett's with us to talk tariffs and these really tough jobs numbers. We've also got Johnny Moore. He is the head of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which has come under a lot of fire in trying to actually get aid in. We're going to try to separate fact from fiction with him about what's going on there and their efforts and what his critics have to say, too.
Good deal. We'll be watching. Thank you, Shannon. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Enjoy Friday.
See you Sunday. Thanks, guys.
Cool. Thanks.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.